Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We are just hours away from the India versus Pakistan clash in the Asia Cup, the mother of all battles, like it's in the headline. Really anticipating this match. Hopefully, barish nahi ho kal and we get a full 100 over game. There are chances for rain, but hopefully, still, even if we get some sort of game, be happy with that too. Two big teams clashing with each other. It's more evenly balanced than maybe the last few years. Last 1 or 2 years has been a really good contest between the two sides. Pakistan winning a few games, India winning a few games, and all to play for. I think 50 over, though, the last time they played was in 2019 World Cup. So it's been a while. It's been 4 years since a 50 over game between these two sides. So really looking forward to it. We saw a few T20s where Pakistan won a couple, India won a couple. Like finally, we get to see a proper 50 over contest. Hopefully, if the rain stays away. Joining me very shortly is my co-host, and we'll get into it. We'll look at the matchups, the battles, and predict tomorrow's results. हाँ जी जनाब.
सर जी आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
Yes, loud and clear. How are you doing?
Yeah, I am doing well. Just a little bit anxious now as the time करीब आ रहा. काफी डाउट्स आते कभी कभी एकदम जोश चढ़ जाता है इंडिया जीत जाएंगे, कभी होता कि भाई क्या है कि शाहीन घुस गया, तो कभी हो रहा कि भाई नंबर 4 का चलो इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं दिख रहा मेरे को. श्रेयस अय्यर में भी आज गुड एवरेज ओवर देयर. 47 का एवरेज है उनका, 800 और कुछ रन मारे हैं वहाँ पे, तो उतना मसला नहीं दिख रहा. लेकिन again it's just that a lot of people are coming back out of an injury. The chemistry wise, if I would say, Pakistan have played a little bit more together when you compare it to this Indian side. But yeah, I think it's been के आ रही आवाज मेरी नहीं आ रही?
Yeah, अब आ रही है. You were cutting. Now I can hear you.
अच्छा. विनेश भाई said हेलो, इतनी देर तो पेपर में नहीं लगता है यार, प्लीज मैच जिता दो. इतना डर तो पेपर में
देखो,
नहीं
पेपर
लगता
पे
है.
भी अगर आप देखो, आपके पास विराट कोहली है, रोहित शर्मा है, हार्दिक पांड्या है. फैज, कैन यू जस्ट गो बैक एंड कम? आई थिंक योर इंटरनेट इज गेटिंग स्टक. बट पेपर पे देखो, इंडिया के पास है खिलाड़ी, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है. हार्दिक पांड्या है आपके पास, विराट कोहली है, रोहित शर्मा है. हेलो चिराग भाई, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? होप यू आर एंजॉयिंग द कवरेज फ्रॉम चेसिंग द टारगेट एशिया कप. बट थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस. बट देखो, प्लेयर है आपके पास. जसप्रीत बुमराह भी वापस आ गया, शमी है, सिराज है, कुलदीप यादव है. तो आपके पास प्लेयर है, ऐसा कि नहीं है कि नहीं है. लेकिन बैलेंस वाइज थोड़ा सा बिगड़ जाता है, बिकॉज you don't have bowlers who can bat, batsmen who can bowl, and all that. So,
but I think you shouldn't get into that.
First, can you talk now?
Yeah, I can talk. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, it's cutting again.
अभी भी कट हो रहा?
No, yeah. No problem. I'll handle it until then. Hello, bro. With the Shungan Tarun, अच्छा मैच मिल. बट हाँ विनेश भाई, मैं यही बोल रहा था आपको कि जो पेपर पे है, लाइक आपके पास है टीम, ऐसा कि नहीं है खिलाड़ी. बट मैं समझ सकता हूँ आपकी बात की, थोड़ा सा डिसजॉइंटेड दिखता है, स्पेशली बैलेंस वाइज. पाकिस्तान की टीम जरा ज़्यादा फिट बैठ रही. बट देखो, 50 ओवर का गेम है. इंडिया हैज़ डन रियली वेल इन द पास्ट इन 50 ओवर्स. इन थोड़ा सा प्रेशर कम होगा, बिकॉज दे डोंट हैव टू गो फ्रॉम बॉल वन. रोहित शर्मा आज खुद बोला प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कि आई कैन टेक माई टाइम अ बिट, आई डोंट नीड टू स्टार्ट हिटिंग फ्रॉम बॉल वन. सो दैट टेक्स द प्रेशर ऑफ द इंडियन प्लेयर्स. आई थिंक दे मोर suited to that, getting settling in. Even Hardik Pandya in recent times, he likes to settle in a bit, consume a few deliveries, and then start playing his shots. So this format, I think, will suit the Indian players a bit more. But again, it's about availability, it's about fitness. Bumrah, can he bowl at full tilt for 10 overs? We'll only find that out tomorrow or today. Shami and Siraj will both start. If not, who will start with them? And then the spinners, Kuldeep and Jadeja, will they be able to do the job and pick up wickets?
The biggest question is, will Akshar Patel play? Will Akshar Patel play, or will Shardul play? Like, depending upon the pitch, अगर pitch को assistance मिल रही bowler की, then which way will India go? Will they go with an extra spinner also? Yeah, that's also one decision that they have to make for number 7 particularly, right? Like for 7th spot for that extra batter. Can you hear me or not? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah.
No, I'm just checking if it's me or not. One second.
I just asked Vinesh bhai and Chirag bhai, can you guys hear us? Just let us know एक बार. Why if it's me or is it? So because I can hear you clearly. I don't know what the issue is. पूरा पोस्ट पाच के पू वाला ट्रिक भी करा पूरा.
I can't hear
You
you,
can
but
hear.
they can tell us
They're
in the
saying,
chat.
yeah,
Huh?
they're saying we can hear you both. They can hear us both loud and clear. So I guess क्या मसला है अभी तो figure out करेंगे बाद में. But as long as you can hear us, maybe. I don't know. For you, is it a bit like आवाज आ रही है आपको? Like, is there a bit of a disconnect?
I can't hear you first.
क्या मसला है?
We can hear this thing. I mean, it's from like I can. Yeah, I can't hear you.
I can
Let me
hear
jump.
you loud and clear. Yeah, okay. बहरहाल अभी अभी तो खैर होपफुली माइक का मसला सुधर जाएगा नहीं तो I'll try changing my headset or we'll do something but we'll make sure like we both are able to get clarity but वही है कि भाई आप फिर क्या करोगे 11 again suspense में छोड़ के चले गए आज press conference के बाद भी lot of not a lot of talk obviously वो तो रखेंगे because they wanted to see the last batting practice who's going to be better will it I don't personally I don't feel like Sky might play tomorrow अच्छा जाके फिर आए अच्छा तो बट आई फील मे बी स्काई नहीं खेल पाएगा बिकॉज कल अगर स्पिन हुआ थोड़ा बहुत हुआ मे बी स्काई माइट स्ट्रगल एंड विद स्पिन दो ही इज अ वेरी गुड प्लेयर ऑफ स्पिन बट ही नॉट बीन द बेस्ट इन द रीसेंट टाइम दैट्स व्हेयर श्रेयस अय्यर विल बी फिटेड then it'll be Hardik Pandya or Ishan Kishan or Hardik Pandya however you want to see it then Jadeja then Kuldeep Paish now वही है कि will they go with an extra spinner or will they go with like an extra paceman बट ऑल इन ऑल देखो भाई जितना भी सोचे उसके बारे में मेरे को तो और स्ट्रेस होता जा रहा है विद दैट फर्स्ट ओवर ऑफ शाहीन अगर नए बॉल पे मूवमेंट मिल गई उसको इट विल बी थिंग इज इट कैन यू हियर मी और नो
It's cutting a lot, but you can speak and then just give me a signal and I'll speak.
वेट हाउ अबाउट नाउ
Um, no, maybe it's from my connection. I'm not sure. I can't hear you. I can talk, but Parish ka kya? I'll just. Can you hear me now? I mean, to talk now.
I can hear you loud and clear like I have no issues
I can't hear. You're cutting. But I'll just answer the question. Chirag bhai Singh, बारिश का क्या सीन है? Have local shed any insights? Yes. So basically, मैं ये इस पे जल्दी बोल देता हूँ फैज बारिश का ये है कि देखो हम लोग अभी कैंडी में रह रहे कैंडी में प्लेयर्स भी कैंडी में रह रहे द ग्राउंड इज इन पल्लेकले विच इज अ 15-minute ड्राइव इट्स नॉट फार एट ऑल बट अगर आप बांग्लादेश और उसका मैच देखें श्रीलंका का there was forecast for rain and it was raining here at the hotel it was raining बारिश आ रही थी proper and everything मगर ground पे मैच चल रहा था there was no rain there so कोई भरोसा नहीं है with the and the predictions we're seeing for Kandy not Pallekele specifically so there is a chance there might not be rain there's a chance there will be rain but it'll stop and it's fluctuating बाबर भी खुद press conference में बोला कि भाई मैं 2 महीने से यही हूँ और यहाँ पे कोई भरोसा नहीं है बारिश का so we might see a delayed start we might see a result we might not see a result it all depend tomorrow it's very flaky and some people are saying to match renga like that's what they're saying they're very confident that either way there will be a match don't go by the forecast but yeah I feel maybe there'll be a delayed start but we'll get some overs yes Faz.
Yeah, I think there is a forecast, but again, I think in बांग्लादेश और अफगानिस्तान का सॉरी बांग्लादेश और श्रीलंका भी मैच आप देखो बारिश हो रही थी थोड़ा बहुत ड्रिजल हो रहा था द मैच केप्ट गोइंग ऑन एंड ऑन सो इतना हैवी रेनफॉल तो नहीं थी एंड आई थिंक जैसे मुस्तफा बोले पालकले का फोरकास्ट अलग रहता कैंडी का फोरकास्ट अलग रहता कैंडी और पालकले में 15 या 25 मिनट का फर्क है तो यूजुअली वही आई थिंक समवन वाज टेलिंग मी दिल्ली और नोएडा ऐसे ऐसे जगह में कभी इधर बारिश होती तो कभी उधर बारिश नहीं होती so you could probably expect something like that tomorrow and hopefully game तो होना यार like I mean जो लोग जैसे मुस्तफा भाई ट्रैवल करे and other people who travel they'll be a little bit upset कि भाई मैच अगर नहीं हुआ that'll be a little bit sad for all of us but again opportunity तो आएंगे आगे भी there's a वर्ल्ड कप में तो है ही है but also आगे के पड़ाव में भी इंडिया पाकिस्तान हो सकता है फाइनल भी इंडिया पाकिस्तान हो सकता है so you never know but in terms of team composition अगर खैर I'll have to type this to I don't know how I'll communicate it to you uh, can you hear me or no not at all अच्छा ये सवाल आप ले लो ये सवाल ले लो आप
No, Jadeja, Kuldeep, Siraj, Bumrah, Shami. Please go with 5 proper bowlers, not on number 8. So I think they might go either with Aksar or Thakur. That's just I feel how the composition will be. They need an extra batter. I agree with Vinesh bhai that you should go with your full strength bowling. But I think the way they're looking at it, they feel that they need that extra batter. So mere hisab se either Thakur or Aksar Patel will play. But I don't have any arguments to Vinesh bhai's comments. हो रहा मैच नको करो ऐसा बताओ ऐसा
बात
बताओ प्लीज आई थिंक हो रहा है मैच मेरे अच्छा नको करो ऐसा बता नो आई थिंक मैच तो होने वाला है इट जस्ट डिपेंड्स कितने ओवर्स होंगे अभी मेरे हिसाब से लाइक मे भी शायद थोड़ा डिले हो सकता बट होपफुली विल गेट अ गेम आई एम जस्ट फीलिंग कॉन्फिडेंट बिकॉज आज भी बारिश का प्रोडिक्शन था बारिश हुई नहीं तो आई एम स्टिल कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट इट लेकिन कल ही देखना पड़ेगा राइट वी कांट मेक एनी प्रेडिक्शंस अबाउट इट
Yeah, 100%. I think बारिश का तो खैर अपन कभी भी predict कर नहीं सकते, obviously forecasted, but also the pitch will be a little bit more fresher, so you might not see exactly how it was in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh.
It's a
Or
fresh pitch, Fez. It's
yeah,
it's a fresh. It's a new pitch.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said. That's what exactly I said. Ke it's a fresher pitch, so you might not know what, and that's why
No,
like
no, no yeah. Now I can hear you. Not fresher. It is fresh.
yeah, it's fresh. Yeah, so it's fresh, basically
Yeah,
fresh off the press.
completely.
Like
It's new.
yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
fresh. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, bhai, isliye bhi, like India might be smarter in not picking out the team composition immediately. Like Pakistan already, obviously, they won't want to change a winning combination and maybe not a lot of changes to make, because they're well balanced and they have enough changes within that lineup to sort of handle any kind of a change in the pitch. But ideally, if you were Pakistan or India, you would like to bat second, right, Mustafa? Given the conditions.
Only because of the rain. Otherwise, I would like to bat first
Yeah.
because I think the pitch is blowing up a bit. I think there's some movement under lights also, which the bowlers can extract. So it's not a bad shout batting first. Lekin just because of the rain, Duckworth Lewis, it's safer to bat second. Lekin if you're asking me, I don't think the dew is a big factor or anything like that. The toss won't be that deciding. Only Duckworth Lewis can change things. But apart from that, yeah, I wouldn't mind batting first because I feel the pitches will get slower as the second innings progresses, and there will be hint of movement under lights too. So you want to extract that as the bowling team second. So that's how it look. Hardik needs to provide with the ball and with the bat. I think his role with the bat will be very important. I just like to see him play a bit more aggressive. We saw the Champions Trophy in 2017. Both innings, one was 20 of 6 and one in the final also that counter-attacking innings. He was the last man standing. Innings like those, that will help India because we need a differentiating factor and that's what he could do. Yeah, Faiz, you can
But
take this.
I still think Hardik ka jo role hai, it will be depending upon where he comes out to play. Again, if it is earlier in the game, then again he's going to go into this template mode of sort of defensive approach and then trying to build an innings out of it and then try to finish it. Like not always he is the finisher, but he'll get us close to the target. That's what I feel. But हार्दिक पांड्या उसको बोल दिया कि भाई जो सिचुएशन के हिसाब से है आप उसके हिसाब से खेलना पड़ेगा आपको यू विल हैव टू आइदर बी अ एग्रेसिव प्लेयर और यू विल हैव टू बी अ डिफेंसिव प्लेयर यू विल हैव टू चूज डिपेंडिंग व्हाट कम्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू विद
But more often than not, if you've noticed now his game, he's always taking time in every
yeah.
innings that he's playing.
But also you
Whatever
see India has
situation
been
comes.
losing a lot of quick wickets in the beginning.
In एक मैच आईपीएल में तो उन्हें लास्ट ओवर तक लेके चले गया ही केम एट नंबर 6 ओनली एंड वहां तो लास्ट ओवर तक लेके चले गया यही चक्कर में एंड ही केम इन द 16th ओवर so he's like that whatever over he's coming in he's playing in that approach. It's not about when he comes in for me, even if he comes at 20 for 4. You saw that in the 2019 World Cup, we saw it in different situations in 2017. Just be a bit more aggressive. You have other people to anchor. That's just my point. You have a Jadeja, you have a Shreyas Iyer, you can even Virat Kohli can anchor the innings. I just want Hardik Pandya to
but I think
more aggressive.
वही बात हो जाती कि भाई consume इतना deliveries कर लेता है then he's not able to get to that aggressive approach. That's what's the most frustrating part at times.
Yeah.
See, right?
So you know I mean, it doesn't have that ability that Rohit Sharma has.
The only thing I would tell him to do if I was able to, I would tell him to rotate the strike. That also he fails to do. If he starts rotating the strikes, getting single, double, single, at least keep the scoreboard ticking. So वहाँ पे क्या balls ज़्यादा consume हो रहे लेकिन at least runs तो आते जा रहे. So for me, Hardik Pandya has to either provide with running between the wickets or clearing out boundaries. But again, situational, I won't mind that. I won't mind.
Intent उसका होना चाहिए. That's the main thing. Yeah. Shardul play if they want a batter because I can't see Aksar. I agree. I think Shardul Thakur is a wicket-taking option, and his variations might even help. His bowling will probably help grip in the surface too, and he can pick up wickets with his cutter, slower ones, and all that. So, mere hisab se, bhai Shardul could be a good factor as well. I personally would like to see Shami Siraj and Bumrah, but if Thakur is there as the third seamer, I don't mind like that. मेरा वही है कि like अब 8th bats number 8 पे उन्हें कितना करेंगे, but I understand because Pakistan or deep hair batting. So I understand. Also, I heard some analysts say there is not any dew, and chasing will become, yeah, like that's what I heard also today from the journalists as well who were talking, and the analysts and everyone was saying ki, there is not that much dew. And even in the press conference, someone asked Rohit that are you do you feel that this is going to be a more even contest because the toss will be out of the equation? So yeah, that is true.
Gill, Rohit, विराट किशन अय्यर अच्छा किशन को फॉरवर्ड भेज दिया अय्यर हार्दिक जट्टू अक्षर so he's going with two seamers and like three spinners. I mean that's brave, I think. uh, and I mean I see there's no wrong or right, I think, at this point of time, because आपको you don't know exactly how the new pitch is going to play out. So I think it's going to be a very big call in the morning based on कैसा दिख रहा क्या क्या समझ में आ रहा उन लोगों को, and it's very close for Aksar and Shardul both. Like I think they're going to one of them will obviously have to sit out, but yeah, either way, if you're doing it based on what you've seen till now in Sri Lanka, maybe this could also be the right call.
Yeah, I lost you a bit, but what I would also say is, like, this confusion between the Indian team and everything, and now you look at the contrast with the Pakistan team. It's just like it's completely changed. The last like 10 years, we would see Pakistan panic. We don't know who's playing where and everything. Now the Pakistani team is settled. They're announcing the 11 before the start of the game in a one day. I've heard it in tests, but in one days they're doing it now. That's the confidence oozing from Babar Azam and his team right now, and they know exactly who's playing where. उन लोग भाई position भी डाल दिए. Yeah, they can change it around during the game, but they've also put the position number 4 पे and number 5 पे. And India, they're lacking clarity, and I think that can cause confusion, especially going into a big tournament like this. And that's the only thing I'm worried about. What Don's thing is possible because again, like you said, it depends on the pitch. But what we've seen so far in Sri
Yeah.
Lanka over the last 2 months, it's a slowish pitch, and it could help spinners, and
Also, it's
that
like
might
a.
tempt pitch away.
Also, I think Pallekele has bigger boundaries. That will be very good for the spinners as well. Like boundaries, or particularly, I think the left-hander to deep mid wicket area. That's a very big one. So that's what I think. What Sanjay Manjrekar was saying, Kuldeep will be ready to start picking up wickets, and that's probably where they'll also miss Chahal, because in these kind of grounds, like if it's a bigger ground, also he's going to come in handy. But
You never know. There's a chance where they could uh, not play Aksar thing and play Tilak Verma, and
Tilak
he can
Verma,
be the batter
yeah.
and he can be the extra spinner, and they go with three seamers. That could be an option because if you see Pakistan, they're only going two spinners, but then they have Chachu who can bowl, and they have आपका दूसरा कौन है यारो आगा
Shadab.
सलमान. He can also play. Aga
Acha,
Salman and
extra,
Chachu.
extra. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
Spinners. Maybe thinking, looking at that, maybe these guys go. What's his name? They go Tilak Verma. It could be an outside shout. I don't think they will, but it's just an outside shout.
Yeah, I mean he's bowled what 3-4 overs, and that also like a T20 circuit, not a one-day circuit. I mean it's always good to have an extra bowler, but would you go with someone who's not relatively like played a 50-over match, और आप एकदम से उसको इंडिया पाकिस्तान में लाके भाई पैखाना हो जाता वहाँ पे इतना टेंशन रहता. So I don't think they'll do that to a youngster immediately, but he has shown maturity. I'm not going to say no. जो भी खेला at the end of the day, I mean extra bowler, how you I would personally I would just say कि भाई तुम्हारी best team खिलाओ, don't try anything weird, because that'll either come out to bite you very bad, or like you will be praised, but most probably it might go in the other opposite direction.
Mm. Uh, Chirag asking Siraj or
Siraj.
Shami.
Uh,
I would, if you have to choose one, I'll choose Siraj because he's been the best bowler in all formats for India in the last 1 or 2 years. So if I have to choose one, I'll choose Siraj. But I like both.
I mean,
Don agrees with me.
Shami, the argument. I mean, Siraj is amazing, obviously, but Shami, the argument. The only thing, like, if it is a little bit like, not exactly like an Ahmedabad wicket, there is a little bit more. I mean, Shami in the power play of the first 6-7 overs, the way he gets wickets, it's sort of थोड़ा बहुत दिखता है. He can get the ball to move. Shami is dangerous in those first 10 overs as well. अगर उन्होंने घुस के 2 विकेट निकाल लिए, he has that capability. I mean, Siraj equally as well. I mean, but again, the movement and the ability to move it even on a flatter surface that Shami brings to the table, it's a little bit tougher. But yeah, Siraj just because he like number one bowler, no doubt. वो समझ सकता हूँ मैं. But experience always like with Shami bhai, it's like he can do anything on any surface. That given like if he's ready to do it.
Mm.
You lost me again.
Going with three spinners because Sri Lanka's pitches will spin. Yeah, that's a good shout. And Hardik can be that extra fast bowling option. Vinesh bhai, is saying if Pakistan can't win this team against India, then I don't see them beating India anytime soon. I think it's become much closer to this contest than previous years. When we were growing up, Pakistan used to dominate India, then India used to dominate Pakistan in our high school, college years. Now I think it's a bit more 50-50. If you see the last 2 years itself, even last year, आप उठा लो Asia Cup, उसमें एक India जीती, एक Pakistan जीती. The contest is much more fearsome. I think Pakistan have really improved as a unit. Their batters have come up to the plate. लास्ट ईयर कितना बोल रहे थे कि इन लोग के पास खाली ऊपर वाले कोई मिडिल ऑर्डर है ही नहीं, मगर अब मिडिल ऑर्डर भी दिख
Chacho.
रही, रिजवान
Yeah.
भी खेल रहा, चाचू भी खेल रहा, शादाब भी कंट्रीब्यूट कर ले रहा, नसीम भी छक्के मार रहा. सो ओवरऑल आई थिंक दिस टीम ओवर द लास्ट 2-3 years has really grown, and अब इंडिया के साथ टक्कर का मुकाबला है. Again, it's a 50 over format. I still fancy India at 50 overs compared to T20. So I think I would still give India the edge, but you can't. This Pakistan team is a very talented team and a lot of fun to watch. Bro, Faiz, when Nets में उनकी फिर वहाँ गया, right? मैं पहले तो इंडिया बैट्समैन देख रहा था, and then I realized main ground पे proper practice bowling batting सब हो रहा वहाँ पे. So I went there and भाई उन्हें हारिस शाहीन उन लोग क्या bowling डाल रहे, बॉल ही नहीं दिख रहा था, जबरदस्त bowling डाल रहे थे, and they're looking in solid rhythm, bro.
Yeah, I mean, also on the lines के भाई आप जो बोले कि भाई पाकिस्तान can't win with this team. I mean, पाकिस्तान का एक handicap ये हमेशा से रहा है कि भाई it's always on that day for them. That is the biggest Pakistani thing that they can do. They can lose it with the best team that they've ever possibly had, but the next match they could do something with the lesser, weaker team as well. So Pakistan बहुत unpredictable team है. Like, but जिस तरीके से मुस्तफा बोल रहे थे हमारे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बाबर आजम losing in confidence. He looks much more like confident as a captain, believe in his team because of what he's seeing around him. The camp is much more alive than what we used to see in the past. पास में क्या था लाइक इंडिया हाँ वर्ल्ड कप में तो तुम्हारे बाप है मौका मौका ना इंडिया डोमिनेटेड देम कंप्लीटली बट नाउ विद फखर दैट होल फखर समान सिचुएशन व्हिच आई विल नेवर फॉरगेट इन माय लाइफ and अभी जो तरीके से पाकिस्तान की बैलेंसिंग नाउ इंडिया इज फोर्स्ड टू थिंक बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट पाकिस्तान टीम कंपोजिशन इज based on what it was earlier days. Now Pakistan is like in the more comfort seat of having the availability of options and luxury of options rather. And where India is scratching their head कि भाई हम स्पिनर को खिलाएं या फास्ट बॉलर को खिलाएं या एक्स्ट्रा बैटर खिलाएं या क्या करें. So in that aspect, I think Pakistan just still a little bit ahead right now of India. But again, even if they lose, I still think at any given day कहीं भी जाके मार दे सकते पाकिस्तान. मतलब ऐसी टीम है यार, like आप कुछ नहीं बोल सकते उनके बारे में.
हाँ जी. I want someone other than Virat to do good. कब तक यही चलते रहेगा? Yeah, बात सही है. You want some youngster to come in, take the burden off them, and perform.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you need. Also, one thing, Faiz, what I wanted to add to your comment was that the fact that Pakistani players are playing in different conditions, they're playing in all
Yeah.
these different T20
Yeah,
leagues,
yeah, yeah.
is giving them advantages because a lot of these games are in neutral venues and in venues where they're much more comfortable now because they're playing 100, they're playing in the Caribbean, they're playing in Sri
BBL,
Lanka,
yeah, yeah,
and they're
everywhere.
playing consistently, especially in T20 cricket. That's why they've come ahead and they're beating India in T20 games more often now, is because they have that experience and exposure. Also, Nitin Bhai is back. Thank you so much. वो भाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मैं अभी देखा मिचेल मार्श
For
प्रिजर्व
the
हो गया. I was
yeah, yeah,
watching.
they smashed it. I'm Australia, South Africa, like they can't do much. I think they're in shambles right now. उनकी team क्या क्या है कि फास्ट बॉलर बराबर नहीं दिख रहा है. Just very deconstructed at this point of time. Uh, but Australia at this point बहुत जबरदस्त है. Our confidence and that young team is mostly going to go to the World Cup. Mustafa, the one that we're seeing right now, Slowness and Aaron Hardy and all of these guys are going to be there. So it's a very good confidence booster for them. Though it's a T20 format, अब T20 में अगर इतनी जल्दी मारे with a 1 wicket, yeah, 2 wickets and losing. Imagine 50 over में if they play this kind of a template, they'll be booming everybody.
बिल्कुल. अगर 50 ओवर का पूरा मैच हुआ, इंडिया एक तरफा जीतेगा, ईयर अच्छा करेगा. नितिन भाई बोल रहे, व्हाट हैपेंड टू मार्कम एज कैप्टन मैन, लॉस्ट द टी20 सीरीज अगेंस्ट वेस्ट इंडीज एंड साउथ अफ्रीका एंड नाउ टुडे वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया बी टीम.
I mean, देखो भाई, he's just Hyderabad के बाद से he's not been the same maybe, but I think again the team is not. It's a younger team. आप देख लो South Africa की, it's not exactly the complete team. We don't have like experience with where is Quinton de Kock and all of these guys. I mean, Trevor Brevis young है, Stubb भी young ही है, बाकी के bowler भी नहीं है उन लोगों के पास कोई भी. There's no there's no what's the name, North here. There's no Rabada. So I mean, they are. I mean, I think younger squad, you have to give them some time. You have to give Aiden Markham some time. He is a good captain, no doubt. But again, thoda put the younger squad. When you compare it to the Australian side right now at hand, most of these guys are very, established. Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh, Josh Inglis. पूरे बीबीएल में खेलते, पूरे ऑस्ट्रेलिया के मेन टीम को खेलते, whereas you see South Africa's team, it's just a very younger team at this point of time. Comparing it to this Australian side, even if it's a B team, I think even this B team would give a good takkar to anybody right now in T20 especially.
Yeah, it's a solid team, and Mitchell Marsh right now is in the form of his life. He's completely smashing it since the Ashes. I've been noticing this guy is killing it from first ball. So yeah, he's flying right now. And again, उसका fitness का issue है कि अगर उन्हें injured नहीं रहना, फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया का ये भी problem है, उनके अच्छे player भी injured हो जाते हैं like India. So अगर उन्हें fit रहता, him, Stoinis, Maxwell, they can cause mayhem in the World Cup. So it'll be fun to watch them play 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It will be fun, but coming back to
आपके
the main,
पिक्स कौन है भाई, ये बताओ आपके पिक्स कौन है कल?
मेरे picks देखो, I think I'm very confident towards. Let's see, I'm not actually in. I don't know, I have to think about it. If I'm going Pakistan, let's start with Pakistan. Obviously, Shaheen Shah or Hengai by first over. I'm feeling that there is an edge coming from Shubman Gill. Like there will be an edge. I don't know if it will be a wicket. I just sense an edge coming from Shubman Gill's bat, and I'm pretty sure there will be a slip in place for him as well. But yeah, I'm going to go with Shaheen Shah, and I'm going to go with इमाम. आई थिंक इमाम माइट हैव अ पॉइंट टू प्रूव हियर. इमाम चिकट फट जाने वाला ऐसा लग रहा है.
Hmm. From Pakistan, I'll go Shadab, and from the batting wise, I'll probably go Babar. He's in excellent form.
Yeah.
From India, with the
Rohit
ball, I'll
Sharma.
go Kuldeep Yadav.
I'm going Rohit Sharma.
Going Rohit Sharma. With the bat, I'll go Virat Kohli. He likes playing against Pakistan. I
Yeah.
saw that video after I came back. That was a nice one with him and Haris Rauf. That was a nice video. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
भाई
For
देखो
me,
कौन रिटर्न आ गए. ओ सीधा
oh, Alaikum
शिकागो
Salam.
शरीफ से. वालेकुम
Chicago
सलाम
Sharif.
मिस्टर सईद इब्राहिम भाई, किधर है चिचा? Hope you're
So
doing well, sir.
मेरे को तो लग रहा the way Rohit Sharma is like now in that zone of taking him time and trying to build an innings. That's what he said. अगर उन्हें time लेके build करा बहुत innings, रोहित शर्मा कैसे कोई बैट्समैन नहीं है दुनिया में. अभी भी बोल सकता हूँ मैं ये चीज, like वर्ल्ड कप 2019 में जो करा, if he's able to do it here, you're in for like something, and it's capable. Like I'm not just Ishaka, I'm saying all the way till the World Cup. Rohit Sharma looks like he has to take leadership, like he has to be the one who's going to carry this team. He has to do that, and that'll give confidence to the other. For bowling perspective, I think I'm going to go with Bumrah because Bumrah is always a threat. Like I know injury से वापस आया, but जिस तरीके से Ireland मदाला, it didn't look like he went anywhere. एक साल के बाद आके he was able to hit the deck properly. line and जबरदस्त था. I know again T20 था, 4 overs and 10 overs में फर्क होता है, but even in a 4 over 5 over spell he can do a lot of damage. So I'll go with Bumrah and Rohit Sharma for India, and इमाम एंड शाहीन भाई. शाहीन का तो बहुत डर हो रहा है यार. शाहीन के बारे में बात करो थोड़ा. व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट व्हाट आर
Bro, he's
एक्सपेक्टेशंस ऑफ शाहीन?
ridiculous, bro. जबरदस्त है. मैं उसको नेट्स में देखा, जैसा नितिन भाई भी सही बोल रहे, मेरे को कैसा दिखेगा बॉल. मैं तो प्रोफेशनल नहीं हूँ, वो बात सही है, बट जस्ट हिज pace was insane. Ball was swinging, and जबरदस्त bowler है. He gets the ball to swing in. I think वही है, even if India is chasing, that first 10 overs would be very dangerous for Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill. But look, Rohit Sharma is the captain of India. He's a professional player. He's an outstanding talent. I'm sure he's done his homework, and hopefully he gets a solution. I'm saying that though, he's had this problem for a long time. Before Shaheen,
बहुत
Amir used to get him all the time.
yeah.
So in India-Pakistan games, so I'm a bit concerned about that. But who I'm confident in only if he's fit is Shreyas Iyer, because in these conditions in Sri Lanka, the ball's going to be slow, low, it's going to turn, it's going to assist the spinners. He's a very good player of spin. उन्हें पेस बॉलिंग में फंस जाएगा, वही प्रॉब्लम है. लेकिन
And Haris Rauf
because of the
particularly, will
slowness,
Haris Rauf
yeah.
150 मारता.
मगर वही है कि वो परचेस उतना नहीं होगा आई थिंक एज द टूर्नामेंट प्रोग्रेस, स्पेशली इन श्रीलंका. इंडिया में शायद अलग हो, अहमदाबाद में अलग ही हो सकता है. इट असिस्ट फास्ट बॉलर्स इन अहमदाबाद, बट श्रीलंका में आई जस्ट फील दैट it might suit him a bit more the pitches, and he's a fantastic player of spin. So uska role, I'm not talking about tomorrow, but overall in the tournament his role will be very crucial. Shreyas Iyer.
Yeah, Shreyas Iyer, very good player of spin. I get it, but again, it's just like if Haris Rauf even hits that deck like very hard, and like possibility है bounce मिलने के लिए. I just feel like
उतना उसको अगर अब इस पे अगर उसको रश करेंगे, like I'm not even talking about tomorrow, I'm saying in general, I'm talking about in general as the tournament progresses also, like final तक अगर उन्हें final में भी bouncer पे out हो रहा, तो फिर बहुत बड़ी तकलीफ की बात होगी.
So I mean रोहित शर्मा एक तरीके से मैं ये बोल दिया कि भाई this is not going to be a fitness test. If I'm not wrong, sir, correct me. Like it's not a fitness test tournament कि हम World Cup के लिए fitness test देखेंगे. सब taking this actually very seriously. So I mean, he will be assessed and judged. अब वही है कि कल मैच है
वो सवाल
संडे को।
वही था।
संडे को
सवाल
आपका, हाँ संडे को आपका वर्ल्ड कप की टीम आ जाएगी, सो यू नो हाउ इज इट गोइंग वर्क?
because that first or second question was because your players are not fit and you haven't played together as a unit for a long time, is this a fitness test for your players? बोल के
Yeah, and I
मैं
think that
देखो
was
भाई.
a right question. I think I was thinking the same thing because it looks like a litmus test, right? Like यहाँ पे देखना कौन चल रहा है कौन चल रहा है, but you don't have enough time. You have to give a squad on Sunday. But Sunday से लेके all the way 1 week before the World Cup तक आपके पास time है to make any changes. So that is there as well. So let's say if the World Cup is starting on October 5th, 7 days prior आप final team sheet डाल सकते हो. So you have the flexibility of changing it.
And Sanju Samson today he batted twice in the nets. I don't understand like the call, like because KL Rahul was not fit, then he should not have been in the squad in the first place. Rightly so, Sanju Samson is now the backup keeper. But the problem is now if you play him ahead of Ishan Kishan tomorrow, they'll say
Yeah.
कि भाई आप कैसा drop मार दिए, उसको फिर इसको लेके आ गया, फिर इसको बिठा दिया. There'll be a lot of confusion. So I don't think Samson will play. But if he was in the squad ahead of KL Rahul, at least you have that option कि भाई अगर ईशान किशन can't open the batting, हमारे पास middle order wicket keeper है जो खेल सकता मिडिल ऑर्डर में. आपके पास एटलीस्ट ऑप्शन तो रहता. सो इट शुड हैव बीन मोर क्लियर रादर देन समवन हुज इंजर्ड हु कांट इवन स्टार्ट, राइट? सो
मेरे मेरे
दैट्स वेयर दे
मेरे
गॉट इट अ बिट रॉन्ग.
मेरे हिसाब से ईशान किशन तो खेलेगा बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली दैट लेफ्ट हैंडर ऑप्शन दैट ब्रिंग्स अ बिट ऑफ अ डिफरेंशियल. पूरे बाकी के राइट हैंडर हैं अंटिल जडेजा. So maybe that is also what sort of, I mean, it shouldn't make
दैट्स
a very
इफ
big
तिलक
difference
वर्मा डजंट प्ले.
if
तिलक वर्मा डजंट प्ले.
Tilak Verma. Yeah, and I don't see Tilak Verma playing, to be very frank. Like you said,
मगर वही
Shreyas
है
Iyer
एटलीस्ट
का जो Shreyas Iyer
ईशान
spin
किशन
खेलता
विल
है, I don't know
स्टार्ट.
how good he plays. Tilak Verma.
ईशान किशन विल स्टार्ट, राइट? ही विल स्टार्ट. अब ये बात बताओ
Yeah,
मेरे को, ही स्टार्ट्स फर्स्ट 4 games, ही फेल्स, you drop him, you bring in some Samson,
Sanju.
he scores 100. Then what do you do in the World Cup squad if KL Rahul is fit? That is the confusion. So वही है मेरे हिसाब से कि आप पहले you give priority to everyone who's fit first, and then you start making concessions later. अब okay, Shreyas Iyer again, it's going to be a concern. He's coming out of injury, so we don't know
But
how rusty he's going to be and
mind
everything.
you
But
one
at
more,
least right, he's proven.
mind you one more thing that KL Rahul is not going to come directly into World Cup. अब जितना हम लोग को पता है कि second half of this tournament he will be returning to Sri Lanka. So that is also one thing that will
या
he get
मगर
an
आप
opportunity here.
हमारे को पहले ये तो बोले थे कि he is going to play Asia Cup at just and Nickel, the
Exactly.
first game he'll play. तो
हाँ
वो तो I
अब
cannot,
तो
I'm
वही
not going to
बोलेगा.
go with that.
हाँ अब वो बोले कि second half खेलने वाला है and probably he'll be back when the leg begins in Colombo. But again that's still a long time ago. अब कल की अगर आप
वही
बात
बोल रहा
करो
हूँ,
तो
अगर
यार
उन्हें
ईशान
फिट नहीं है
किशन तो
और फिर
नेल्ड है.
सैमसन को खिला दिया या
या
ईशान किशन
अगर
को कुछ हो गया या जो भी
हाँ
है, अब फिर सैमसन खेल लिया, उन्हें मार दिया, वो कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट हो जाएगा मेरे हिसाब से. सो दे शुड हैव बीन अ बिट मोर क्लियर विद द प्लेयर्स हु आर फिट. बेसिकली दैट्स जस्ट माय पॉइंट. केएल
नो
राहुल को तो पता नहीं.
सॉरी
सॉरी,
ज्ञान था. या या
क्या quota is there to spoil everyone's mood? Maybe Rohit needs a shitty performer than himself to blame for the loss. Pakistan look favorite for tomorrow. All India fans don't look as confident as before, but yeah, T20 nahi ODI hai. Just hope India show their experience, stick to the plan, and get the wicket. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that point.
Yeah, I mean the
Ishan is
only
a free
thing,
wicket as a
the
middle
only
order
way I
batsman.
think, to be frank, India is going to win. Either Jasprit Bumrah or one of the spinners has a crazy bowling spell, or like we need our top three to perform, and the top three has to perform. I'm not very confident that Shreyas Iyer will come and bang. Very frank, like but Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma have played enough cricket throughout this year that they need to perform. Like let it be even Virat Kohli, you'll have to call him out if he doesn't perform because the top three have not been performing consistently, which is leading to the middle order like Akshar Patel, Jadeja to get limelight, and very good for them. I'm very happy for them that they managed to make us win all of it, but it can't go out through the course of 2 months in these kind of high intense tournaments, right? So that's where the runs have to come from. Bulk of the runs have to come from the top three, and I think finish by saying I want Shubman Gill to perform, and I think Shubman Gill will perform. The only thing is that moving ball is a little bit scary for him, which I'm also worried about when Shaheen comes and hits the deck and it moves a bit and edge to slip is what I'm feeling. But yeah, he's a fantastic cricketer. Again, you have to give him time. Even if he flops, he's one of the best openers that we have right now.
Yeah, and his test will be in this tournament because it's not going to be coming onto the bat as easily as it does in other surfaces or where he does perform. Let's see now on tricky surfaces, and he's not played Pakistan too, so it'll be a good challenge for him. If we can get
Yeah,
some good runs under his belt in this tournament, it'll be really good. And Chirag Bhai is
mute हो गया
if
भाई.
Kishan scores and you win matches, would you let KL Rahul jump in? I wouldn't, but that's
I would never want KL Rahul to come in, so not jump rather. We will walk in. Like that's not right because I mean, अगर बच्चे अच्छे perform करे, then that's where See, that's the irritating part, and that's where I go back to the press conference just before this
But
press
the
conference.
thing is,
So
I
एशिया
don't
कप
think
की
he will
स्क्वाड
jump
अनाउंस
in.
कर देते हैं.
The only reason he's jumping in is because the other all these guys haven't performed in his absence. If
But
they do
even
perform, he
in his
won't come in.
presence, brother, KL Rahul himself didn't perform. That's my point. Like they're all in the same boat. Ishan Kishan, KL Rahul. Chalo, let Sanju Samson go. Sanju Samson still came and got a 50. KL Rahul won you one match in Sri Lanka against Sri Lanka. That's one match. Apart from that, he's been failing. So in what basis is it? It's
But
that
overall,
where
for India, he's
that's where I'm coming in. That seniority power is coming in. But that's what was mentioned in the Asia Cup team release press conference जो हुई थी. He said, "भाई 2 साल का कोटा देख रहे हैं हम अय्यर और इसका." Then that's exactly the question that I came back to. Why isn't Sanju getting that preferential treatment? So they're confused with him themselves. They don't know what to do. But if you put it on a platter, if you see KL Rahul, if you see Ishan Kishan, there's not much difference. Like Ishan has failed miserably as well. KL Rahul has failed. He's probably won one match, and then that experience factor comes in. Like always, India has that away experience of the.
hmm, big fan of Sanju Samson, but ये दिखता है कि नहीं pick Naseem Shah and Haris Rauf. भाई खतरनाक bowlers हैं इन लोग. जिम्बाब्वे आइलैंड में नहीं मिलते हैं ऐसे bowlers.
In a way, do you think it's a blessing in disguise? Sanju is not playing so.
Why would it be a blessing in disguise?
If like Ishan fails and KL doesn't come, then he has to walk in, right? And
No, that doesn't
he will
matter.
have the
Like,
luxury of not fail, not like ekdam se he's not going to come and face these guys.
but again, मेरे पास guarantee नहीं है. Like
Yeah,
like you're
हाँ वो
saying,
तो नहीं है
me,
obviously.
I've seen KL Rahul win, score big runs, this and that. Fine, these guys, there's no guarantee. Like I would still take the risk, but they won't take the risk. Like
Yeah,
Rohit
they
Sharma
will not.
won't take
Again,
that risk.
India has always been that. Now experience है तो खिलाओ
Yeah.
करके. That's always been like case with her. Not following the news, but कौन है most probably कल श्रेयस अय्यर ही थे बस. Like श्रेयस अय्यर के अलावा तो कोई है भी नहीं उधर. केएल राहुल था, but केएल राहुल भी इंजर्ड है. तो अभी संजू है, तिलक है. But तिलक तो आई डोंट थिंक तिलक खेलेगा इतनी जल्दी. उसको फर्स्ट ओडीआई उसका लाइफ का डेब्यू अगर आप कर रहे हैं और इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच दे रहे, देन they have seen some extraordinary talent in this kid, and maturity which I've seen in West Indies, but again it's West Indies and it's Pakistan, so I don't know how they're going to. If they're playing him, then it's a big risk. If it pays off, it's going to be very good. If they don't, then people are going to tumble back saying that Sanju will kill. There'll be a lot of stick for that.
Yeah, I think Ayer will bat at number 4. And Ibrahim Bhai, if you can go and check the Chasing the Target social media, Instagram and Twitter and stuff, we've got exclusive stuff from the net section as well and from the pressers too, so you can check that out. But I think number 4 will be Shreyas Iyer. KL Rahul won us nothing that mattered. I would say he has managed to keep an average of 50 at 5.
Yeah, 100. And like Seiko, by all of his innings have come against teams that have not been that like great. Yeah, Sri Lanka, fine. We were both slow thou innings. He had time on his hand. Total, it's not been like a very. I mean, again, he's got 100 here
So
and there.
that,
I
so
got it.
that so that's the thing, right? Now, if you got somebody who scored more than him, they wouldn't have been this problem. But nobody scored. Like that's the problem. You have to understand that he hasn't scored runs, yes, but his average is still better than these guys or whatever because these guys have not done anything. That is the another issue. And Sanju Samson, I understand is that I'm not arguing with. I would like to see him in the team. You haven't put him in proper situations. You've only put him in games against Zimbabwe Island. Whether it's 50 over when you
I
play
mean, if you
Zimbabwe,
look,
you put him in.
yeah, I
So
mean, see,
it's
ईशान किशन वैसा वाला डबल 100 मारा बांग्लादेश में. तो I mean, उधर उधर 200 मारा उन्हें. I mean, again, it's always going to be the matter of experience, and I get that. I respect experience, no doubt. KL Rahul, no matter
200
what,
मारा
he
200
is the
मारा
captain
मगर
of an
उन्हें
IPL team. हाँ.
देखो 200 मारा उन्हें और शुभमन गिल भी मारा जो भी है, मगर उन लोग ऊपर मारे. अब ऊपर अलग कंपटीशन है. वो तो केएल राहुल का है ही नहीं जगह. उन्हें टी20 तो ले
हाँ.
लिया केएल राहुल से. केएल राहुल इज नॉट इन द टी20 टीम एनी मोर.
Yeah.
तो केएल राहुल का जो ओपनिंग पोजीशन है टी20 में दैट इज गॉन बिकॉज जो मारे ऊपर जो भी है शुभमन गिल कंसिस्टेंट है, ये वो सब निकाल दिया उसको. अब मिडिल ऑर्डर में उसको फिट करा दिया बिकॉज ही इज गिविंग यू दैट एबिलिटी दैट मिडिल ऑर्डर में 50-60s मार ले सकता हूं आपके लिए.
But वही है, I think that's where Chirag Bhai is coming and saying मुस्तफा भाई chances ही नहीं दिए ईशान को. And Ishan has been like you also called this out, भाई ईशान को तो इधर उधर फेंक दे रहे. But again coming back to the press conference जो एशिया कप की टीम रिलीज करे, आप क्या बोले रोहित शर्मा? फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी रहना आपको. व्हेन आई से फ्लेक्सिबल, मैं समझाता हूँ आपको. बोले थे उन्होंने जो बेचारे बुजुर्ग रिपोर्टर थे, उनको बोले कि भाई एवरीबॉडी शुड बी रेडी टू प्ले एनीवेयर. जब everybody should be ready to play anywhere and someone is hitting 350s back to back, then I think that should cement your position in the 11.
नहीं उसने बोले चांसेस नहीं दिए, मगर अभी लास्ट 6 महीने तो राहुल तो है ही नहीं टीम में, कोई आसपास ही नहीं है, तो चांसेस मिले जिसको भी मिले उन लोग नहीं उठाए जो भी है। और वहां पे आप कभी ईशान को खिला रहे कभी वो, तो फिर मैनेजमेंट की गलती है, राहुल की गलती थोड़ी है वो, लाइक दैट्स लाइक द
बट
मैनेजमेंट
सबसे
फॉल्ट।
पहले ये बताओ मेरे को, राहुल केएल राहुल को विकेट कीपिंग जो अवतार दिए एकदम से, ये सोच समझ के ही दिए होंगे। अपन कब से बोल रहे हैं भाई, दिसंबर के पहले उन्हें करना नहीं था कीपिंग, उन्हें बिकॉज पंत था आपके पास, की
या
इंजरी की भाई को ग्लव्स दे दिए, जबकि आपको मालूम आपके पास दो कीपर आए हैं, सरफराज भी अगर आप ऐसा देखे तो, चलो सरफराज तो छोड़ दो बेचारा, ही स्पॉइल्ड हिज ओन केस, बट संजू एंड ईशान था, आप बहुत चतुर तरीके से चलो आप बैकअप रख रहे थे टू योर बैकअप, बट केएल राहुल इज नॉट योर फर्स्ट कीपर इन एनी सिचुएशन।
मैं आपको एक चीज बोलता हूँ, अगर संजू सैमसन आईपीएल जिता दिया और एवरेज वो 70-80, उन्हें पक्का विकेट कीपर रहता था अभी एशिया कप
हाँ
में, बिकॉज उन लोग ही मिक्सेस फॉर्मेट्स, ही लुक्स एट रीसेंसी बायस, दे ऑल डू एवरीथिंग, ही वुड बी 100%, इट्स
पर
सिंपल एज
रिसेंटली
दैट,
देखे तो
लाइक
देन ईशान किशन इज सीमेंटेड 350 इन 3
so he's
overs.
cemented, he's there in the team, he's playing in your 11 tomorrow, Ishan Kishan. So he's cemented, there you go, recency का ही है, right, like
वही।
वो तो मसला है वो भाई, ऊपर कुछ डिबेट ही नहीं हो सकती, गिल पिंड है और अपने दूल्हे भाई रोहित शर्मा
हाँ
कैप्टन है,
उनको तो
जस्ट
48।
होप रोहित परफॉर्म्स एशिया कप,
And that's what I
मैं
keep
तो
saying. Rohit Sharma is your most important cricketer in batsman in this Asia Cup. I mean, Virat Kohli is there, and you
आफ्टर
expect
श्रेयस
all this
अय्यर,
after Shreyas Iyer. I mean, yeah, I mean for me, Rohit, because I want bulk of the runs in the top order. Middle order, they go Shreyas
I'll
Iyer
tell
will
you,
always have.
I'll tell you, you know
He'll
what you're
always
saying,
have
right?
that. You'll always
I'll
have
tell
that
you,
leverage that Shreyas Iyer abhi injury se aaye, He'll have
the
that. But
thing
Rohit
is
Sharma has
though,
no excuse.
in the top order you will win matches if the top order performs, but you won't win tournaments. Remember that in
Yeah,
2019 your top order scored thousands of runs,
1,000 runs.
semi-final
Yeah.
mein they didn't perform one game, and your middle order got exposed bare naked. And same thing happened in 2015. Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma scored all the runs. Semi-final mein,
पूरे
they got
out.
out. Virat Kohli got out. Your middle order got bare
Top
exposed.
edge.
2016
Yeah.
mein bhi aisi hua. Like it's in every big match. So I get it. Like to win matches, you need your top order, but you need to play situations. It doesn't matter who it is at number 1 or number 6. You need to play situations, and your big players have to step up at the big times. Rohit Sharma will have to get you runs, but at the end of the day, you need performances. Like you need Sachin Tendulkar scored hundreds in that 2011, but then Dhoni also finished, Yuvraj also finished, Raina also finished, Yusuf Pathan also finished. You need like people contributing at different positions in your team and in different matches.
बिल्कुल, लाइक आई मीन दिस द अकाउंटेबिलिटी इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड, बट अगेन अभी रिसेंटली में आप देख लो, रिसेंटली में रोहित के रन काफी नहीं आए, शुभमन तो चलो ठीक है, इज द ओनली टूर्नामेंट आई कॉल हिम आउट, विराट कोहली हैड 115 अगेंस्ट श्रीलंका, बट देन अगेन लाइक the runs, I'm just saying the top three have to score in the recent times. Your middle order is what is winning you games, like your Akshar, Washington, Sundar,
Yeah.
guys. That's why I'm coming up with this, but I agree with you, okay, bhai, at the end of the day, your 6 7 batsmen, whatever you have, need to make accountability and say कि
Yeah.
भाई हम इतने में रहेंगे, गेम प्लान बनाओ भाई, गेम प्लान बनाओ, हम लोग इतना बनाएंगे,
And
तुम लोग इतना, I mean you can't
bowlers win you
predict it and do
tournaments
it,
as
but
well.
yeah,
Like you need your
yeah,
bowlers to step up. Death overs में runs बचाना है, आपको fielding अच्छी करनी है. That will
tail
really
खत्म
help in
करना है,
winning the
yeah.
tournament. Tail खत्म करना है, बिल्कुल. That's what it is. कल अगर
What do you
इंडिया जीत
expect?
रही तो
हाँ बोलो बोलो। कल इंडिया अगर जीत रही तो मैन ऑफ द मैच कुलदीप भाई, इंशाल्लाह, वेटिंग फॉर दैट बाबर एंड कुलदीप अगेन। Yeah, it's going to be fun to see. And also, I was just coming to the point of Pakistan से थोड़ी बात करेंगे. Like, what do you think? Like, how crucial would, like in their batting is Babar Azam तो है, but apart from Babar, who do you see? Where do you see the runs coming from?
I see the runs coming from the middle order: Mohammad Rizwan, Iftikhar, Shadab, Nawaz. But the problem, I think, will be at the top. If Imam can give them a good start, उन्हें चिकट है, तो if you can give them a good start and play anchor, that will really help them. But Fakhar Zaman, उसके runs बहुत important है, because उन्हें अच्छे strike rate पे खेलता, उन्हें अच्छे से start दे दिया इमाम के साथ, that will give Pakistan a lot of confidence, because their top order has been a bit shaky. Even against Nepal, they lost a couple of wickets, right, in the first 5-6 overs. So that has been the problem
Nepal
with them
actually, yeah, they were
right now.
the running between the wickets is a bit of a question for Pakistan. दो
Yeah.
runouts हो गए थे उन लोगों के, and I mean Rizwan तो jumped over the ball. I don't know what he was trying to do.
You saw Ashwin's take on that? He
नहीं, I
said this
didn't.
guy, Rizwan, is someone who will always dive and everything, but because he was not wearing a helmet, he didn't dive for that and things. So always wear a helmet. But yeah, it was because he was wearing a cap at that time. Otherwise, Rizwan always dives in those situations.
Yeah,
When
100%.
Rishabh Pant got injured, they handed over gloves to KL.
Exactly.
तभी लेफ्ट हैंडर पे जीरो थॉट. अभी मुंह के आके वर्ल्ड कप आ गया तो रोहित को लेफ्ट हैंडर चाहिए. व्हाट अ शिट प्लानिंग.
The thing is, क्या होता है चिराग भाई, again that is where KL Rahul का केस कहीं को बनता मालूम है, just that he is a captain of an IPL team, he's experienced, way experienced in Ishan Kishan, way experienced in And Sanju, देखो संजू का problem ये रहा कि he hasn't played consistent cricket himself. When it's in Indian colors particularly, he's an injury problem. तो मेरे को देखो संजू के लिए I cannot fight a lot of the case, but Ishan Kishan now I will fight because obviously he is the more consistent, the more there. But with the bat, he's not been the thing. But on keeping basis, I still think Ishan Kishan will get his chance, and then you फिर आप assess करो कैसा है क्या है. But
If
अगर
Ishan
उन्हें walk
Kishan is
in
your
from
highest run scorer in this tournament, he's not going to get dropped. It's simple as that. He's
yeah,
not going to get
again,
dropped.
yeah. Because then the question comes if Rishabh Pant comes directly into the squad and then does KR Rahul will go back to becoming a fielder. Now that's what I have to see.
Yeah. No, again, there's no point talking about it until he plays. We haven't
Yeah,
seen him play.
exactly.
The last time he played was in the IPL, so I don't really see what's going to happen. Let him get fit, and this is that we can think. I personally feel he should not be in the squad in the first place because he's not fit. Then after that, we'll talk about his batting, his match winning, and everything. First, let him get to full fitness. If you want him to play. But he won't have a case if your current players are performing. He only had a case right now is because your current performers didn't play. That's why everybody's saying Shreyas Rahul. That is the reason. आप वेस्ट इंडीज का सीरीज जब हारे थे T20 था राइट अभी
Yes.
जो हारे थे उसमें भी सैमसन फेल हो गया था कोई और फेल हो गया था उन लोग बोले लेके आ जाओ राहुल और अय्यर को सो इफ दीस गाइस परफॉर्म कंसिस्टेंटली इफ ईशान किशन इज योर टॉप 3 रन स्कोरर्स ही विल बी इन द टीम इन द वर्ल्ड कप. There's
50
no
50 ओवर फॉर्मेट में तो संजू बेचारा आते के 50 मारा सेकंड ओडीआई में तो आई थिंक वो भी कंसीडर करना फॉर्मेट के
वो तो तिलक वर्मा खा लिया उसका जगह वो तो केएल राहुल की बात ही नहीं है उसमें
T20 का बोल रहा हूँ हाँ मतलब हाँ T20 में तो फेल हो गया लेकिन हाँ 50 के फॉर्मेट में तो 50 मार चुका वो एक आते की 3 मैचों में से एक बट अगेन आई थिंक इन T20
मगर वो तो उसका जगह तो राहुल थोड़ी खा रहा वो तो
हाँ राहुल
खा लिया उसका कल
और खुद इंजरी उसकी खा रही है तो दैट इज आल्सो वन प्रॉब्लम. But he had a mental issue in World Cups and it's quite visible from the last 3 World Cup he played. I don't know what. Again, that is when he comes in the top order में आप उसकी शक्ल देख लो boss. Like even in the T20 World Cup जो last year हुआ था आप देख लो था बड़ा movement होते कि हक्का बक्का हो गया था उन्हें. But I don't know अब number 5 पे how productive he is. I mean he has won the match in recent times as well. But again it's that number 5 position that he's probably better right now than Ishan Kishan is why he's probably given the gloves and whatever has been happening. But again, Ishan has to prove himself at every. That's what it is harder for Ishan Kishan because he has kabhi top order, kabhi middle order, and whereas KL Rahul had the luxury of being an opener for quite some time till Shubman Gill came on. So that's also one thing. I think. But I think even like Fakhar Zaman will be an interesting aspect to see. I mean, I was expecting Multan में कुछ मारेगा उन्हें. Obviously 2007 में कोई नहीं भूलेंगे जिस तरीके से धोया था उन्हें अपने को. But फखर जमान also अगर लग गया and aggressive cricket खेलना शुरू कर दिया मुस्तफा ने he can get them in first 10 overs 60-70 जल्दी start आन देके उन्हें accelerate कर सकते हैं. इमाम उधर चिकट है इमाम plays the anchoring role the slower tortoise role whereas a guy like Bugs Bunny. So that is a very good partnership that they could go on and for not probably get to 100-110.
वो ये फखर का लाइक ये कंडीशंस में थोड़ा सा सस्पेक्ट हो जाता है एक बॉल थोड़ा सा जब स्टार्ट होता ही गेट्स चैलेंज्ड अ बिट लेकिन हाँ अगर उन्हें फुल फ्लो में है तो दैट विल गिव पाकिस्तान अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस. फिर मिडिल ऑर्डर पे भी दबाव रहेगा प्रेशर रहेगा स्पेशली बाबर गेट्स आउट अर्ली दैट्स अ key wicket for India. Babar is in sensational form right now. उसको अगर जल्दी निकाल दिए तो and उन्हें 2 महीने से यहीं खेल रहा है श्रीलंका में. It's his second home right now. तो उसका विकेट बहुत crucial रहेगा इंडिया के लिए. And then it should be a good contest, man. Again, one person that I also want to see is Jasprit Bumrah bowling 10 over spells against Pakistan. Let's keep a close eye on him and see how he bowls. So hopefully he can bowl at full tilt continuously.
Yeah, I mean, जो तरीके से अगर आप उसका practice देखो since he's back, he's had Ireland tour of like 1 game, and then you've got match simulation and then that whole week in Bangalore, which were productive probably for all of them. So I think I'm just feeling a little bit confident that he'll be able to get back. But again, I mean, we'll have to wait and see कल क्या होता. Again, toss dependent उतना नहीं होगा maybe. Again, you never know what the course of the forecast is saying to us. But again, it's just that as the time एक घंटा कटता फिर आप सोचते शाहीन क्या करेगा नसीम क्या करेगा and हारिस रऊफ को obviously I'm pretty sure हारिस रऊफ is going to come for a vengeance. It was a good moment जैसा आप बोले कि दोनों हाथ मिला के mutual respect will always be there. But again, Haris Rauff will probably be wavering to get revenge and a 5-4 or something that if he can manage to get wickets, he's going to try to redeem himself for what happened in the T20 World Cup.
I just want to see what Haris does if he starts getting hit because his variations are not as much as Shaheen. I think he doesn't need the variations, but sometimes when you're getting hit, that's when you need to be a bit more different. So that's just, I want to see his response there. Whereas Naseem and Shaheen, they do have variations too if they need to. Of course, with these bowlers, if they're bowling at full tilt, they're bowling and the pace is assisting them, and I mean the pitch is assisting them, then they don't need to worry about variations. Magar, agar Virat Kohli gets after him and everything, then what does he do? How does he change it up a bit more? Because his variations are not on the level of Shaheen and Naseem Shah.
Yeah.
Lekin pace wise, to incredible hai. Haris Sarf ghus gaya to ghus gaya. And
And
that's why
that's
I'm
what
saying, man, like agar वही रात में अगर पाकिस्तान को मिल गया ball under lights, it could be a very dangerous chase for India, man.
100%, and that's where, like, again, like Rohit Sharma for me is the main man who can just turn it up in any occasion. He's like, you don't know with this guy. He's like he's just like at any point of time, uska meter maar liya to मार लेता है रोज का वैसा situation है. But yeah, I think we have to just give
Yeah.
a couple of more hours of get some rest, and probably he'll be back tomorrow on the field. Hopefully, we get some live coverage from there. We'll get to know the toss, the
So
details, and everything else. Thank everybody for joining us. Mustafa will take leave hopefully and come back tomorrow as the match, biggest match probably after a long time that we're able to see. I mean, in 50 over format, obviously T20 तो खेले काफी, but it's gonna be fun. I mean, as the जैसा वो रहा घंटे के बाद टेंशन होते जा रही कि क्या होगा, कौन डालेगा, क्या करेंगे. But again, it's all about this, right? This is what we've grown up watching, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna be a fun thing. Your take, India or Pakistan to win?
I'll go India tomorrow. I think
Yeah.
India to win. Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that
50
just could be
overs.
the way. But how scared are you, or I'd say like a little bit underconfident on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm not scared. I think I always go confident. Like these days, I go confident anytime because look, if Pakistan win, also I don't really mind. Like I enjoy watching good cricket and stuff. But in 50 overs, I don't know. I just keep India. If I'm looking at it from an Indian fan perspective, if I'm looking at it from a biased perspective, I'm not that scared as maybe the other Indian fans. But yeah, if the ball starts talking tomorrow, then of course there will be a bit
And
of
then also it's like a
worry
fresh
there.
pitch. You still don't know what's coming. Neither does Pakistan, neither does India. And Pakistan अभी dry surface पे खेल के आई first match.
And you know what's giving me confidence also, that Bumrah is back up. I don't know how he's going to bowl, but that just name gives me a bit more confidence to going into that game. And it can't
Yeah.
get worse than 2021. I think that game I was very nervous. I was very nervous in yeah in the Champions Trophy final. I was very nervous. Now not anymore, man. It's fine. Like either way, but yeah, it is going to be a very good. A battle between both teams and may the best team win. We want to see a close encounter, man. जब फटती है हमारी मैच में जब मजा आता, right? Like last few deliveries when the fingernails start to get bitten, that's when the fun starts.
Yeah, 100%. I think fingernails, toenails, सब चबालेंगे कल, और we'll wait for the match to begin. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and just to watch the content that we are displaying on shorts and reels and Instagram, Twitter. कहाँ की क्या फेंक दे रहे, but yeah, make sure that you guys are connected to us. And yeah, thank you for watching and have a nice night, Mustafa. Just get some rest, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Good night.
You too, best.